Good evening, good evening. This is Marie Holiday, and I hope everybody had a fabulous evening. And before we get into today's exciting lecture, please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, support and subscribe to my channel. If you are a consistent viewer and who has not subscribed to my channel, support Marie Holiday channel, hit that subscribe button and notification button. And with that being said, let's get down to today's exciting lecture. The focus of this lecture is going to be stay away from still people. And I'm going to say that again. Stay away. Warning, better yet, warning. Stay away from still people. Let that be a goal that you give yourself for the rest of your life. And I'm going to give 6 descriptions on a indicator that a person is a still person, and they really easy to pick out. Number 1 description: still living in the past. We are in the year of 2022. So if a person is still living in the past and talking about the past and how bad their past was and how bad their life was and we're now in 2022 and 5 years are going by, 10 years going by, they still stuck living in the past and talking about how they can't move ahead and how this person did them wrong and how bad their life was. They grew up in poverty or whatever. Still living in the past. Stay away from them kind of people. Number 2 description of someone still is a still person. Meaning, number 2, they're still not making effort. After years have gone by, the person ain't made no effort to get a job, made no effort to get their driver's license, ain't made no effort to rise above their situation, ain't made no effort to lose weight. If they're still, after years to gone by, ain't made zero effort, that's another description of a still person, and I'm here to tell you. Number 3 description of a still person: if they are still complaining. Year after year after year, they still complaining. They can't get a better job, that they ain't got their high school diploma, or they want to go back to school to finish that degree, that they hadn't got it yet. They still complaining about how hard it is, complaining about how won't nobody help them, complaining about the system out to get them, complaining about won't nobody help me. That's a real good description of a still person. Number 3. Number 4 description of a still person: if year after year after year they still broke. Broke last year, broke 2 years ago, broke 5 years ago, broke 10 years ago. If they still broke, especially now, if we really take a look at the global world, with all of these available jobs out there, organizations and companies are so desperate because the labor pool, people don't want to work. Now, getting a job that's $18, $19, $20 an hour can come just like that. So if a person is still talking about they still broke, ain't got no money, ain't got no money to pay the bills, ain't got no money to pay the car note, ain't got no money to get the driver's license, ain't got no money to pay child support, still broke, that's a very good description of a still person, and I'm here to tell you. Number 5 description: still making excuses. If a person is still making excuses on why they can't get the lights turned on or can't pay the bills, still making excuses on why the car ain't fixed, still making excuses on why they can't return back to school to get the high school diploma or the associate's degree or the bachelor's degree, is they still making all these excuses. The world is out to get them, or the system's out to get them. If they're still making excuses, that's a very good description of a still person, and I'm here to tell you. Number 6 description of a still person: if they are still hating, they still got this animosity towards someone, and it's been years gone by, still hating, still harboring that hate year after year after year after year. I'm telling you that hatred will make that person toxic. That hatred will make them radiate toxic energy and it'll rub off on you. So that's an indication of a still person right there. And I'm here to tell you. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that you have to ask yourself, do you want to continue to be around a still person, or you want to remove that still person from out of your world, or limit contact with that still person? Because I'm going to tell you something. Life, if you really look at life, life is about forward movement. In anything, in any aspect of life, life is about forward movement. Just you can take an infant, and that infant is going to grow. That child is going to grow into a toddler, a adolescent, a preteen, adult, older adult. Life is about moving forward. This world spins, and in landscape, the land shift and move over time because life is about forward movement. You can walk into your old neighborhood that you grew up in and may not have visited that neighborhood for 20 years, but when you return back to that neighborhood, you know, the buildings may have been torn down, new buildings may have been built, but that landscape, even though if that landscape is, that same land is there, because the earth shifts and moves over time, even that land has shifted and moved in a little bit different compared to how you may have remembered that landmark being 20 years ago, because life is about moving forward. So in order for you to move forward, you may have to stay away from still people, and I'm here to tell you. So ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that's all I have in reference to that topic. Stay away from still people. Let that be a lifetime goal, because life is about forward movement, and I'm here to tell you. Don't forget, hit my subscribe button, hit my notification button, and also, as the audience is aware, be on the lookout. Marie Holiday book, Awake Financial Freedom, is currently in the ebook phase of publication. The hard copy of the book is going to be $12.95. The ebook version of the book is going to be $9.99. And I'm here to tell you, this powerful book will awake the financial freedom of any reader in the world who reads this book. There is a spiritual base to this book. I have read my book. You will not be disappointed. So with that being said, simplify, simple fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great evening.